3M Clash of the Grinders Student Edition Season 2. An epic grinding and welding showdown. 12 students, 1 champion. Starts now. As the competitors prepare themselves for the final leg of the competition, Nate takes a moment behind the scenes to check in.
Any last words? What do you guys got? What are you thinking about?
Finishing?
Finishing.
I think that's gonna be time crunch.
You got 2 hours. That's a lot of time.
It is.
What did you guys do last night? Did you guys study up?
I did. I went over them prints pretty good.
And you just tried to sleep? You didn't sleep?
Nope.
Not at all?
Well, I just barely slept like 2 hours.
Are you guys all about that at the same point?
I think so. I think we're pretty close.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the project?
It's a cool project. It's a little hard though.
It's hard?
I'm not gonna
That
lie.
ain't necessarily hard. I think just the time factor
Yeah, the time.
plays a part. I feel like you can't really stop, sit there and gather everything up on them prints. You kind of, oh shoot, I only got 3.5 hours to get all this done. Look at the prints, understand the prints, get it fit up, get it welded, but then you still got to get it clean. So it's a short amount of time. But then again, maybe enough time is just the pressure factor.
I would say, my advice to you guys would lean on the sample piece. What I found with a lot of prints is some of them are really, really good and have a lot of detail, and it makes it really easy for you to understand, and then some of them are a little bit more confusing. It just depends on how much experience you have with the prints. I think it's a great move to have looked at them last night, maybe watch a few videos on building a rocket stove just to see how people go about doing it. If you have a hard time figuring out where things are, or kind of how things go, or what the dimensions are, grab your tape and go pull a dimension off of off of that other part. It would be so much harder if you guys didn't have a sample. I feel like it would be pretty brutal. Any final thoughts before we go out and do this thing?
I'll just go out there and try to get it done, basically.
You need a nap before we go out and do it.
Hold on, it's not bedtime yet. It's time to dive headfirst into the adrenaline-fueled excitement of the 6th round of this intense competition. Who will triumph in this final face-off?
I'm thinking Justin, dude. Yeah, I think he's gonna win. If I was a gambling man, that's what I'd gamble on.
I have my money on Ren personally. I think he's the heavy hitter there. He's the one that everybody has to watch out for. I don't want anyone to sleep on Jasmine. We've seen what Justin can do. Justin's good. To me, I love Justin. Justin, if you watch this, I'm sorry. But I have my money on Ren or Jasmine, honestly.
Well, this is a tough call. I would say Jasmine would have a pretty good chance to win, and if she does, she'll be the first girl to win on this season and the previous season. And but whoever wins, I would celebrate them.
I think Jasmine, she's in here and she's doing really well. And I'm honestly rooting for her to win because I know a little bit of her situation. And like I said yesterday, God don't make no mistakes. I didn't win it, she needs it more than I do. So I'm hoping she gets out there and wins.
As long as Jasmine's still in it, Texas all the way, baby. So she's got it, easy money, So as long as she doesn't get overly confident or underly confident, she's got this. I believe, Texas go big, go home. So, I guess even if she does go big, she still has to go home because we're not in Texas. So, but anyway, she's got this, easy.
At the end of the day, I think I'm gonna put it on Justin. He's got that fabrication experience. He's got a lot of time running wire. I think he can pull ahead in this one, but I think it's also anybody's game.
Jasmine. I'll put all my beans on her. But I don't have any beans, obviously. But if we did decide to do a bet, I would go to the store, buy the 20-pound bag of beans as my wager, and there they are. She'll be going home with 20 pounds of beans.
Well, the time has come for the final 2 hours to complete your challenge. Justin, Jasmine, Ren, how you guys feeling today?
Feeling good.
A little bit tired, everybody's a little bit worn out. It's been a week. So, like I said, you guys will have 2 hours left to complete your challenge. You guys did a little bit of studying last night, did a little bit of sleeping last night, some of you. Let's get out there and get after this thing. You guys ready? Let's do it.
Now, the moment has finally arrived. The competitors approach their workbenches for the last time. Tensions hang in the air. This is it. Will Jasmine, Ren, and Justin rise to the occasion or crumble under pressure? Let's dive in and watch the drama unfold.
Contestants, you have 2 hours today, and it starts now.
Competitors work feverishly to incorporate key elements of the rocket stove, like the airflow control door and feed tube, blending functionality with flair.
The new challenge is kicking my butt. I was hoping to be farther along at this point. I was not prepared mentally enough at the start as I was at the end. Maybe I made like one wrong cut that was like an eighth too big. I was getting all frustrated. Well, I took a little break and then got straight to it, just relaxed.
I guess the only thing that's freaking me out is the time. It's a time limit, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it, but hopefully I am.
30 minutes down. You have an hour and a half left.
Do the competitors have enough time to perfect the surfaces, add sturdy feet for stability, and mount the cooking surface atop the chimney? The judges huddle to consider granting extra time.
What do you think? You think they're going to finish on time?
It's getting close.
They got a lot of irons in the fire right now, and they're pretty scatterbrained. A lot of pressure, so they're trying to get a good finish and also get a good weld and a good fit up.
What would you guys think about giving them an extra 30 minutes?
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to be rushing at that last second, I don't want to see anybody tripping on extension cords or any kind of cords in general. You know, improper use of a grinder, just running around with hot steel in their hands, going from welding over to here.
And hopefully the quality comes through with that extra time. I mean, that's what we really want to see.
The decision has been made to extend the time by an additional half hour, providing competitors with a renewed burst of energy as they enter the home stretch.
We're given extra time. You have an hour and 15 minutes left.
It's gonna take more time to grind and finish than it is to weld it. I know how long it takes per weld usually, so I kind of base it off of that, give myself time to go in there and weld and get on the finishing.
30 minutes left.
The competitors tap into their lifelines, now knowing these could be the game changers between clinching the top spot.
What's the best way to get that nail scale off? I can't get it off with nothing.
Purple disc, brand new purple disc. Try that. If that doesn't work, try that.
With adrenaline surging through their veins, the competitors push their skills to the limit, determined to impress the judges with their work.
I had a couple hiccups here and there, but I mean, this flying around, they threw products that we hadn't used before that dang sure helped out with this whole process as far as this last competition. They threw that file belt sander in there. That helped out some, having the die grinder, but just them throwing those in dang sure helped a lot.
These competitors have pushed themselves to the limit, striving for the highest standards of technique, quality, and finish. With so much at stake, the pressure is almost unbearable.
I did realize that I was taking a lot of time prepping, and I should have went with just getting the whole structure all together at first. You know, at least finish the product how it would look, and then get to the finishing touches, right? But I took so long because in my head I was thinking, I'm not gonna be able to do this if I do the other parts, but maybe I would have been able to.
As the final challenge comes to an end, Jasmine faces the reality that her rocket stove remains unfinished, its feet still unattached.
I'm proud of you to get this far, all right? Keep your chin up. You did a good job.
Kyle and her fellow competitors gather around her, offering support, turning a moment of disappointment into a powerful display of camaraderie. As the competitors step off the floor, they gather in their quiet classroom, each processing the intensity of the final round.
What was the hardest part for you? Did you just get lost?
No. Whenever I put the little piece that goes in front, when I finished building it, I realized that I put it the wrong way.
Which piece that goes on front?
The little triangle.
Oh.
And then I was like,
So did you have to cut it and restart?
no. Well, it was already like 15 minutes.
Oh, so you had just left
So I
it.
was like, that's when I broke down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you the only reason I got as far as I got, because I was looking at you. I'm like, shoot, I gotta keep welding. I was looking at him, I was like, daggum, I gotta run.
Now, the judges take some time to consult with the application engineers and coaches to evaluate each competitor's performance before making their final call.
Every one of these competitors wanted to see the others do well.
Yeah.
And that was, I think to me, that was one of the biggest takeaways this week is, yeah, you want to win, but each one of them were helping each other out. They were sharing tools. It just really,
In space.
really neat.
Gonna go through each piece now. So here we have Jasmine's piece.
You know, these contestants already had it against them with this time frame and having to get all the cleaning that they needed to get done. You know, what we see here is just a little bit of lack of time. However, you know, like the blend and everything, she did get all of that cleaned up. I mean, the piece is nice and shiny, and the blends on the weld are good as well.
On the top here, she got her wire feed speed and voltage was looking good in this groove, but on the other welds down there, it was a little cold. That's what caused it to hump up and be a little bit smaller of a beam profile.
She worked hard till the very bitter end. It's not completed.
Her technique on finishing was second to none. Her ability to make the passes, do the sequences, it was really, really quite impressive.
She just wanted to do a really good job,
Yeah.
and it showed.
She knew that once she got this thing welded up, she was not going to be able to finish these two sides and this face here. So she finished them prior to, and all she had to do was clean up the weld, which I thought was pretty remarkable.
I noticed some of the same things Matt did, technique-wise, keeping the cutoff wheels vertical, stepping through the right sequence, making sure the finish is where she wanted it to be. It was all very impressive.
And more to come with the next ones.
Justin's piece right here.
The first thing I noticed
Yeah.
is just a little wobble. You know, if I'm cooking my eggs and biscuits, I don't want that thing to be sloshing out. So comparatively, he did miss a section of it.
All of his welds, the bead profile was very similar all the way around that base. And even this one looked like he had a little bit of trouble getting up there, but
I think that's one of those things where you get done, you're happy with your project, and then you turn it around, you're like, oh, missed a spot.
Justin used the lifeline.
He was struggling to get the mill scale off. He used a flap disc, a 40 grit flap disc, and then Clean and Strip XT Pro over it to give it the finish that he got.
So I do appreciate that he paid attention to those edges where you're putting in the wood, cleaned them up. They're nicely free of burrs.
He's put a nice little radius.
Yeah, that's.
With Justin, I noticed his ability to pivot when he recognized a mistake.
Even in there earlier on, we were commenting on he had a missed cut. Remember, he actually went back and fixed up. Went back, welded, came back and refinished where he had messed up.
At the end of the day, it'll cook beans.
It will.
It will.
Probably some good beans too. All right, on the next one, guys. So last but not least, we have Ren.
Used everything under the sun to go after this, right? He took down the mill scale with a grinding wheel. Again, a tough thing to do, but he was able to claw that finish back. If there's one thing I could say about it is he kind of washed out the logo pretty good with that grinding wheel.
I was sitting there watching him, making sure he was welding safely, and he looked up at me, he's like, I need a lifeline. And a lot of that came down to his fit up. He had some large gaps in there and he was wondering how he can adapt to that. So I slowly steered him in the right direction. I let him go after it, and I'm very impressed with what I see.
What he did with these corner welds, which I thought was really impressive, is he took the hand pad and tried and folded it and tried to get in there, and he couldn't get the unit pressure, so he took the point of his hammer, his slag hammer, and put it on there and dragged it across and got a beautiful finish.
The whole competition, he's been super consistent with all of his cutting, but also his welds are just very, very consistent. From this really difficult weld to get in there to all the way around, they're all equal sizes and they all have the same profile. So he didn't favor the top or bottom of the welds, he put it exactly where it needs to go. So
within an hour, within 2 hours, you can see him marching ahead. So he's doing things accurately and quickly, which is impressive.
I think you give Ren a couple more minutes on this thing and you'll be able to see it from space.
So a little bit more to figure out, but thanks for the time, coaches.
Yeah,
I guess we
appreciate it.
will go tally up our scores.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You betcha.
Thanks, guys.
From each contestant, Jasmine, Ren, Justin, thought it was a really good battle.
I've watched their skills improve over this whole competition, so I'm very happy to see that.
I think we've made our final call.
I agree.
All right, everybody, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. These are the final results of Season 2 Clash of the Grinders. Y'all ready to hear the results? Yes, sir. Awesome. Before we get started, do you have any final words for the judges? Take it away.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here and y'all being here, all the feedback that y'all will give us throughout the whole competition. Thank y'all.
I don't got much to say, but I just want to say thank you for the opportunity.
I'm happy to be here. I've been able to learn so much. I learned a whole bunch of stuff that I'll be able to take with me as far as this lifetime in this industry. So I appreciate y'all for that.
Judges, any final words for the contestants?
On behalf of the judges, it was an honor and a privilege to witness you guys put your skills to the test. Thank you for being here. Thank you for teaching us some valuable moments along the way.
With that, the moment everybody's been waiting for, we're gonna start with our third place. Jasmine.
I would be even more satisfied if I got third place, but I finished it. I just wanted to show that, oh yeah, I deserve to be in the top 3. Like, there's a reason why I was in the top 3, and I just wanted to showcase that, but I wasn't able to. But that's fine. It feels good that I made it to the top 3, that I got third place, and I didn't even think I was gonna get third place. I thought I was gonna get knocked out first round. So, feels good. And I do believe in myself. I believe that I can do great things.
Second place winner. Justin.
Sigh of relief. Feeling a lot better. The lightest I felt since I've been here. So I can finally have a real smile on my face, not a smile just to hide all the nerves. So it's great. It's a good accomplishment, a real high-ranking accomplishment in my life.
Now, by process of elimination, the winner of Season 2, Clash of the Grinders, Ren.
It felt amazing. First place trophy. I believed in myself. I believed that I was gonna win because I didn't come up here for the 1,500 for coming up, you know. I came up here for the bigger picture and the connections that come along with it. My future is 100% gonna be different. Meeting people from 3M, from Weld.com, from all these different companies, and just having the ability to talk to them and find out more, and then being okay with maybe if we need something in the future, letting them know or hitting them up.
This will benefit my future just because of the connections I made, the judges, and then the guys from Weld.com, everybody else from 3M and NC3, and of course, everybody else that was here, all the contestants, my buddies, and everybody being here. You know, we'll all stay clicked up together pretty tight, so you never know, we might end up on a job site together and be making a lot of money.
I think the true prize that I won was the friendships that I made here, the experience, the everything, you know, the whole process. That was the real prize, not the money.
It was definitely worth it. I came home with 11 new friends. I also got a whole bunch of cool gear. Like, look at this, man. You got a new jacket, you got new tools, you got new tool bags, and I got more friends, you know?
Really, the stuff I'm taking away from it, all the people here, the experts. I mean, these last 4 days is more than I've learned probably in the last 6 months. I've made a new family here, really. You know, it's been an honor.
Nate, and then all the guys from Weld.com. That's like all we would watch during our first semester, you know, YouTube taught and everything like that. So it was kind of an advantage to see them and what they think behind the scenes.
The competition has been very great. Everybody is a great competitor here and a great friend.
It was an amazing experience. I absolutely loved it. Appreciate them letting me come out here.
Everything, the words that have been said and like wisdom that's been passed down from other fabricators to us, like it's a memory that I'll never forget, and it's something I can hold on to for the rest of my life.
There's definitely new types of abrasives that I might be switching to now, and the way I look at GMAW welding now and penetration, it's all different, but I'm learning a lot.
I got more knowledge and experience than I had before I came in here, and I'm just glad to have gotten that from this competition.
To have people look up to me and get inspired to do the same thing, you know, that would be an honor, such an honor. As a girl, it is going to be a little bit more challenging in this trade, and this, it'll probably make it a little bit easier now. But it's still going to be hard, I know, but I'll just keep trying my best all the time. There's only one way I'm going from here, and I'm going up.
People who are like high up in the food chain, I guess, and like they're just regular people, you know? They've just had more experience in life, they've had passions that they've just stuck with, and to be able to bask in their light and to understand how they got to that point, it's like, okay, well, if I just keep sticking it to where I want to go, then next thing you know, I'm going to be that person that somebody else sees of, oh, hey, he's up high up in the food chain, you know? So I think just being able to meet everybody, the real treasure is the friends we made along the way. That's how it feels, you know? It's just like the friends really did make this experience what it is. Everybody's really nice and whatnot. I think that's pretty much the coolest thing, honestly.
These competitors triumphed in many ways, but arguably, their most valuable wins lie in the strong connections they forged with one another, especially with Tom, who is celebrated as the nicest and funniest among them.
Tom's outgoing personality just makes him funny. He's a great person.
Tom is the funniest and the goofiest. He's just a good sport all around.
I love talking to him.
The nicest among the competitors, as I say, Tom.
He has a lot of things to say. He's able to engage in a conversation with everybody.
He's a really, really nice guy.
Tom, he's just so innocent, and he's just like, love that dude. I think everybody loves Tom. He's like, he's a favorite among the group, honestly.
He's always got something to say, never a dull moment.
I always felt kind of invisible while I was in high school, and one day there was a girl, she was driving home. She opened up her garage and parked her car, and all of a sudden she's like, whoa, where did you come from? And I jumped off of her hood and said, ow, my hips. And I said, you hit me about a block down there, but we were going about the same direction, so thanks for the ride.
We can't shake the feeling that that lucky marshmallow necklace Tom wore on the first day of the competition held an uncanny foresight, somehow tied to the group's ultimate fate in the competition.
It's an actual marshmallow necklace. I strung it up myself, just before the competition. It's my good luck charm, and I thought if I meet some guy on the plane who's wearing a chocolate necklace, I could gain up with him, team up with him, and we could be like the s'mores group.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah! I tell you what, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Right over there, man. Hit him up.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem, man.
Hey, your
What a cool necklace.
optimism. Give me that other hand, man. Your optimism that you have had, and you're just being a cool dude this whole time has been infectious. I think on everybody here.
Honestly. Yeah.
I have a good feeling that every contestant that you were with was like, that dude's what's up. Like, that dude's cool. You have been so kind and just so much fun for everybody. I mean, you had me laughing in tears, right? So we noticed that marshmallow necklace you came in with, and we're like, yo, we gotta set him up.
Step it up.
So,
Oh, it's fresh. It's
Yeah,
fresh.
right, we just made it, dude. It's just a little fresh. Yeah, congratulations, man. Yeah, no problem,
it's
man.
been a pleasure having you here. All of you guys, for real. Seriously.
These two buddies with graham crackers and chocolate.
I know.
Hey, right? Maybe that'll happen later. Who knows?
It feels as if destiny brought these competitors together to share this exact moment. What an unforgettable journey this challenge has been. Our competitors truly poured their hearts into every moment, turning this competition into a breathtaking spectacle. We've witnessed not just fierce rivalry, but the growth of friendships and the strength of the human spirit. Thank you for being a part of this incredible adventure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, 3M.
Thank you, and I appreciate you guys being open and doing stuff like this for the people.
Thank you to 3M and NC3 and Lindy. Well, just shout out to everybody, you know, like, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, 3M. This is amazing. I totally support this. You know, I want to see it again. I want to see 64 more years of this and then some.
With all my heart, I just want to say thank you so much.
Thankful for all the people that were here, that invited us here, that had us here, that I got to enjoy it with. So thank y'all.
Thank you very much, 3M, for the opportunity of a lifetime with the money, the connections, the tools, the advice, the feedback, and the lessons I've learned on this trip. It was amazing.
Curious about the cutting-edge technology behind the 3M products used in this showdown? Don't miss our follow-up series, Clash of the Grinders Behind the Science, coming soon to YouTube. You won't want to miss it.